I'm going to be praying as soon as we get off the air. I'm praying now, but I really need to be in deep thought prayer when I'm by myself in the car.
Manifest that positive, good energy.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Uno, can I just say I love your dimples?
Oh, appreciate it.
Oh my God. My mom has dimples. My brother has dimples. I don't have them. I want them. Is there a surgery for dimples?
I don't even know. It probably is. It's a surgery for everything else.
I need to get that and some lipo.
Yes.
Yeah, all the crazy ass surgeries they have and all kind of stuff going on. So, hey, it's possible you probably could get a dimple.
I love them. I think that would just be perfect, those dimples. They're beautiful.
Absolutely. So before we, in the show this evening, we'll put this information back out there for you guys. So I just want to make sure that I do that for an associate of mine. And I appreciate her sending it out to us at the last minute. It's all good. So thank you very much. So we're going to get into this show here. We have Jay Martinez. Hey.
Yay. Thank you.
All right.
So not only is Jay going to be promoting his books, which he's going to speak about, but we want you to purchase them. And Jay will certainly tell you how you can do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we're doing a giveaway tonight too, right? I brought some books.
Oh, cool. We can do a giveaway. Yes, our first giveaway.
Y'all better call in.
Y'all better call in and get that giveaway, honey.
Y'all playing around now.
This is our first one, Sugar, so you better act like you know.
And appreciate that.
And appreciate that.
I appreciate you. I just appreciate being here. I'm so excited. I've been thinking about this all week, so I'm very, very excited.
So I met Jay. This is Jade talking. I met Jay at the Decatur Book Festival. Probably it was during the summer because the weather was nice. Mm-hmm. And I normally try to go every year. I was debating this year, but as the powers that be and the divine spirit, it led me there. And I had an overall awesome time. Oh. And I walked, oh God, it was just wonderful. It had so many great people out there. But I came across Jay. And I saw those books. Okay. And I said, let me go over here. Little inquisitive me.
As always.
Inquisitive.
Let me see what's going on over here.
Yes. Let me see what I can buy.
And buy you did.
I did.
Yes, you did.
So we met, and from there, the connection has been great. I bought both books. And I just want Jay to tell us a little bit more about his books and what inspired him to want to become a writer and an author.
Well, hi, everybody. My name is Jaime Martinez, and I go by Jay Martinez. I'm a Mexican-American author that has been inspired by several African-American authors. And so I like to write about our stories, not the typical on the boredom, vida loca at the park, but stories about, Hispanic strippers, doctors, lawyers, and so on. The good, bad, and the indifferent. And so I've always wanted to write. Ever since I was little. Mm-hmm. I picked up a pencil and a pen maybe when I was around 22-ish. Mm-hmm. I got really discouraged. I put it down. The thoughts never left my head. And then, one day I bought my first laptop computer. I opened it up and I started writing that night, and I haven't stopped since.
Okay. So these are the very first two books that are actually published.
Yes.
Okay.
Self-published. My first book is called Mijito Doesn't Live Here Anymore, and it's about two Mexican-American twin identical brothers from Sacramento, California, and they have a horrific life.
California.
Growing up, in Sacktown.
Cali,
Sacktown.
I'm going to have to visit California one day. That's my dream place to go.
But wait a minute. You guys got to be careful though, because that's Girl Island, honey.
That's Girl Island. Yes.
There's no game in there. That's why I'm in Atlanta. You'll be a lonely little girl, honey, over there.
Yes, I've lived in Sacramento,
lesbian, baby. You better just get over it, honey. I'd be sad, depressed, and lonely. Yes, I would.
Yes.
But my first book is called Mijito Doesn't Live Here Anymore, and the brothers end up moving to Atlanta in the early '90s, becoming exotic dancers. One's straight, one's gay. There's another character named Star. She's a stripper that ends up being with the heterosexual twin brother, and there's more too, but I can't give it all away. But that's a light synopsis of the book, my book, Mijito Doesn't Live Here Anymore.
Okay.
Cochina is about three Mexican American sisters by way of Chicago, 126th Street, little village, and nobody knows that there's a big population of Mexican Americans there that have been there since like the early 1900s, and they and then every time I go to Chicago, I just love going to that neighborhood because it's very proudful, and so I feel the energy. So I wanted to particularly write about females in that area moving to Atlanta, doing their thing, and honey, and they're doing a lot in Atlanta. So cochina, how did you guys know what it means in English?
What does
I
it
should
mean?
know it, but go ahead.
Nasty girl.
Nasty girl.
Oh, nasty.
Yes,
So cochina means nasty girl.
Nasty girl. And
Okay.
I can't tell you why I named it that, but you would just have to read it to find out.
Okay. I'm going to have to read your books. I'm going to purchase them and read it.
Oh yes, you have to. You love them. If you read my reviews, some people have read the books in one day. I think it's the type of book that you're either gonna just read it in one day or you're gonna read it in 2 days. It's not one that you just sit along and read every other day. I mean, once you get into it, you get hooked.
Well, especially if you're a person that loves to read books.
Yes,
you can go through that in a day or two.
Yes, absolutely. Like me, I write what I love to read.
Right.
So I have lots of drama. And the reality of today's and the 80s and the 90s, things that have happened to several of my friends, maybe even me, growing up, I loosely become those characters. Well, actually, I don't loosely become those characters. Some of those characters are loosely me. I become every character.
Right.
I give it my all, and I really transform into somebody else when I'm writing my book. So it's a lot.
It's the passion.
It's the passion. The writing's the easy part. The emotions are hard.
Right.
Because you just, you're living that. I guess it would be something like an actor in a way, or an actress.
Yeah, right.
You
kind of look at it in perspective. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
So, can you tell us a little bit about you personally?
Okay, my personal life. Okay, so
what's about Jay that we need to know?
Okay, so I am 42. I am not technically married, but I've been with my partner for 9 years, and I love very much. He's helped me live my dream of writing books and having kids and so on. And he needs to put a ring on it.
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 You better put a ring on it.
Did you hear it? Put a ring. Put a ring.
Corporate America.
This is just in society, period.
All the time. Yeah. Oh, it's a fact. Yeah.
Period.
Right.
Yeah,
Not just
true.
it's outside corporate.
It's outside corporate too.
It's just in general, like how the world is right now.
Do you think because people are constantly judging?
Probably has a part to play with it, I'm sure.
They're judging, and
even when they say they're not.
They're afraid of free thinkers, and just it's several factors of why that is. So
no, I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah.
So callers, again, we want you, if you're just tuning in, we want you to call in with questions. We have our guest, Jay Martinez, our author, writer.
That's right.
Well, I get calls all the time. How do I self-publish? How do I write? Where do I begin?
Please tell me that.
I get them on my inbox. I get them in my DM and Instagram. People are tweeting me. People are emailing me. And I'm like, hey, tonight, I'm going to tell you. You call up and you're going to hear it tonight.
Yes, because
please call up. If you want some valuable information, this will be the time to do it now.
Because if I had $1 for every time somebody asked me, I'd be a billionaire right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay?
Everybody.
Yes. There's a lot of people that want to write.
Yeah.
And I definitely have to say that I'm one of those ones, actually, who wants to write.
Yeah, she's been in my ear about that.
You can do it.
It's been more on my mind within the past probably good year at least, and I just there's things I want to get off,
let it out,
and let it out. How do you
I
do
got
that?
one word. Are you ready for me?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I didn't even graduate high school. I didn't even get a GED. So in my 20s, that's where it came. The second guessing myself came in, like, oh, I can't do this. I have on run on sentences and so on. And then when I bought that laptop, I said, oh well, get over it. I got to get this out. Get this out. And I didn't want a ghostwriter. I wanted to tell my own story, even if it was misspelled. So the best thing is open up that laptop, grab that pen and the paper, grab the pencil and the paper, color crayon.
That's what I've been telling. Just write
and start.
Just write.
Start from the first thing that comes to your mind. You can always go back and I freestyled Mojito. I just did it. I freestyled it. You know what I'm saying? And Cochina, I kind of freestyled too, but I just went on and then I worried about the editing later. That's what we pay editors for, right?
Right.
To fix it. You know what I'm saying? But our journey and our art is only ours, and nobody else could do it, so we got to do it. So I'm so excited. We're gonna have to talk after the show.
Yes, we're going to have to talk because I was just saying over the weekend, I was like, well, I wonder if I should get a go pursue the things younger that I wanted to do. I mean, I've graduated from high school and got a degree and blah, 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 blah.
Nice. It's a lot
But
of
at
accomplishments.
it's an accomplishment, but still it was done because it was told for me to do it. It wasn't really a choice for me. So I followed the path. But now that I'm older, had my kids and they're adults, and I'm just like, listen, I'm ready to do so much to the point I'm like, oh no, let me just calm down because I will get overly hype, might even get a little manic from time to time, but I have to just kind of fall back and just kind of prioritize because there's so many things that I want to do, but I'm not going to give up because it's never too late to do it.
No,
so.
absolutely
Oh,
not.
no.
Never too late.
Never
like
too
my
late.
story, I'm 42, and I started a little late in life, and I'm going to keep on going.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is my
Yeah.
art, and you've got to show your art.
That's true.
That's true.
I can't wait to read it. I
I
put it down on
know.
paper.
I know. We're going to have to get together and have
Yes.
get-togethers with this because I know I'm going to need some support on that writing thing.
Absolutely. No, I think it's going to be a lot easier than you think
Okay.
for you. I do.
Yeah, I'm
can
really
see it.
stressed out in the head with I'm really making it to be much more harder.
No, I get it. I mean, I was having anxiety coming here. Today I was like my first radio interview. How
I know, that
exciting.
is so
And I've been in
exciting.
the game for a minute. I mean, I've done like book launches
Mm-hmm.
and book signings and stuff like this, but this is ultra exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was like maybe Tuesday or Wednesday it hit me, and I'm driving. I start shaking. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be on radio. Wow,
Right.
I had that aha
It didn't
moment
hit you
like
until
this.
later.
It didn't hit me. It didn't hit me until later. And even driving over here, I'm like, okay, I'm so excited and I'm so nervous. Calm down and get it together.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Sorry.
smooth sailing. You ain't got nothing to worry about.
Well, that's because the help of your spirits are so nice and you're so friendly. So that
Yeah.
always helps.
Yeah, 'cause
Yes.
we want to always make our guests feel welcome and comfortable and at ease, and just really just have a whole chill vibe. That's what we're about.
True. True. So is there a small portion or piece of the book that you can kind of introduce the listeners to? Not give them too much, but just tease them.
Just tease them a little.
Just
bit.
tease 'em a
Like
little
read
bit.
a little bit, or just maybe just give them a little part of a little, just kind of off the top of my head.
You either one, whichever one is comfortable for you.
I'm gonna do it off the top of my head right now.
Okay.
Coming out in the early 90s, I would have to say my crew in Sacramento and my crew in Atlanta, they're dead with the AIDS epidemic. You know what I'm saying? AIDS was very big, is very big, but back then there was no medicine for it. So when I was coming out, everybody that I was at the clubs in Sacramento, the Mercantile, Bojangles, I would say a lot of those people aren't alive anymore. And it could have been me. I could have been one of them too. We all have, nights where we don't do what we're supposed to do.
Absolutely.
And when I moved to Atlanta, I had several different cliques. I had my, my fun going out, kicking it clique, and then I had my bougie Morehouse clique, and I had this, I had different cliques, and a lot of those people are not alive anymore. So AIDS and HIV was so important to talk about in my book. And I wanted to show, these are young adults with regular lives that are just looking to be loved, because that's ultimately what I'm selling in my books.
Yeah.
Is that everybody wants love.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody needs love, and some people are looking to be there's different levels of love.
It is.
But
Yes.
some people are looking for validation from another human being, and they think it's love, and it's not always
But you got,
love.
you're not gonna get it unless you get it within
Within
yourself. You
yourself.
gotta love
That's
yourself
true.
first.
You gotta
Starts
love
with
yourself
you.
first. And that's a day-to-day struggle with me. It's hard, and I'm 42. I mean, I have my days where I love myself too much. I need to shut up, and then I have my days where I
Yeah.
don't love myself that much. But these particular characters all had, with the exception of Star, pretty rough upbringings. And there's a couple of characters that I can't name because then I'll be giving it away just by reading the synopsis, if you read the synopsis. But They all had horrible upbringings, and not all. They had most of them had horrific upbringings, and they're just looking for someone to say, "Hey, it's okay. You can lay your head on my shoulders."
Yeah.
And sometimes you find that through friends.
Yeah, it's
You know,
true.
you find that through friends. So
That whole moral support.
moral
Yeah,
support.
yeah.
So going back to the HIV, I can't say it without giving it too much away. I just wanted to show that it can happen to women.
Oh,
It can
definitely.
happen. We know it can happen
Oh,
to men.
yeah.
And it can happen in the Hispanic community,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is very still, I think, taboo. That people still don't talk about it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And, people go to their deathbed and you don't know. Oh, they had a heart attack or they had this, but they die and they wither away. Maybe not so much now, but even as of like 10 years ago, that was still
Yeah.
going on.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think they even 10 years ago they had everything that they have now.
Yeah.
But that's really on what I
Because
want.
things has advanced so much. So
Yes, absolutely.
you have access to, especially for the pharmaceutical side.
Hopefully.
Access to so many
But
things.
hopefully this Trump,
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, they're trying to.
Bless their hearts.
Oh my
Mm.
God.
I'm not worried about that cat. I know what I need to do as an
Yeah.
individual while I'm on this earth.
Right.
I can't worry about one man what he's doing.
Absolutely.
Because it's already in the cards. It's gonna happen the way it's gonna happen anyway.
Right.
Whatever he plans to do. But the main thing is people should get prepared for whatever's to come.
I hear that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
So that's coming from the first book?
Yeah, that's coming from the first book.
Okay.
And so I just really want to show that. And the first book is in the 80s and ends in the early 90s. So this is a throwback book, of a different time. The music's different. We were talking about music
yeah,
earlier.
we're gonna get on that too.
Yeah, yeah. The music's
Wait,
different.
Oh,
Oh,
we have a caller. Wait a minute. Caller, you on the air.
Hello.
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 How you doing?
Okay, who are you? Who are we
Mike
speaking?
Clark.
Oh, Mike. Mike, are you from the Albany thing?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick break. Don't hang up. We want you. Thank you for calling us. We were talking with our guest that we have, but we definitely appreciate.
Man, it's crazy land down here.
Yes, tell us what's going on.
Well, I mean it's day 7,
Okay.
right?
Right.
We have no power.
Mm.
On day 3, we cleared our own street
Mhm.
because, I mean, just local neighborhood dudes and women,
Mhm.
10 of us, and cut all the trees up and opened up the block in case an ambulance needed to get through or something. And, I just want to say we're lucky, and blessed because it could have been so much worse.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Yeah.
And some of these poor people have lost everything.
Mm.
Their homes are flattened, like gone.
Wow.
Wow, that's messed up.
It's just nutty. And, sadly, there are people. I haven't left my house in 7 days, okay?
Mhm.
Because right now, out of how many people on the street, huh? My wife's here is Bonnie.
Hi. We
Hi.
have 7 houses on our street. And
Okay.
there's no one in their house but us and a neighbor 2 houses down because we both have generators. And the only time we're leaving our house is to go and get fuel for the generators because they have to run 24 hours a day.
Mhm.
During the day, I mean, we don't leave the house at night after dark.
Mhm.
We stay here.
The temperatures this past weekend were in the 20s. That started Friday. We had sleet on Friday and rain. And the temperatures were 20 some odd degrees with the wind chill.
Right.
And it's ridiculous. I don't know how some people are staying in their homes with no power at all, and it's so cold this past
Wow.
weekend.
That
We've
is.
only had that we know of. There's only been one fatality during this whole week
As a result.
as a result of the storm. Her power went out on Monday night, and she lit a candle, and she died from smoke inhalation from the fumes.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
wow.
candle because she didn't let up a window or anything.
Sorry to hear that.
And that's the
Wow.
only fatality that we've had related to the storms.
Mm-hmm.
But they're saying as many as 9 tornadoes might have come through
And the straight line winds.
and straight line winds on Monday night.
Oh my God.
It's been, I used to live in South Louisiana. I've been through a couple of hurricanes, and I have never seen anything like this, ever. It's
You can't imagine what it's like until you ride down the streets of your neighborhood and you see what the devastation is. And the way the storm actually went through the neighborhood.
it's like God said, let's play pickup sticks. Let's just toss these giant 100-foot pine trees around, and wherever they land, whatever.
We've got an area of town that they call the Oak Tree Lane,
Mm-hmm.
and it's on what we call the avenues here in town.
Oh,
The
wow.
avenues got destroyed. I mean,
And there are 100-year-old plus oak trees that canopy those avenues, and those oak trees got thrown around like they were toothpicks. I mean, it's just crazy the way that these trees are tossed and twisted, and it literally looks like somebody took a tree, grabbed the top, grabbed the bottom, twisted it, and then broke it in half. That's
And then
what our
threw
trees, and then threw it, at somebody's house.
Wow.
it's you can't. I am appalled at the lack of national coverage. I worked in news for 40 years. I'm like, well, we didn't have enough high enough body count. There wasn't enough destruction.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But it's just, are we on delay? It's bullshit.
Mm.
It really is crazy. I mean, I grew up in this town, and I've lived here the majority of my life, and I have never, ever seen destruction. And we lived through the 94 flood, the 100-year flood, where everything in town flooded. And then we had 4 years later, we had another flood that came through in 98. And those two events are pale in comparison to what we lived through Monday night.
Wow.
That's just horrible.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, I know that. I hope I'm not saying her name wrong. Tara,
I can barely hear you, babe.
can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, but step closer to the microphone, please.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'm so appreciative of Tara letting me know because, just if it wasn't for her, I really would not have known what was going on down there. And I know that she's
Tara Gwen rocks totally.
She's an awesome person. She really is.
yes, she really is. She is so awesome. And when she told me about because I would always ask her, like, for the past few days, like, keep me updated on what's going on and everything. And
Yeah.
so this evening when she told me, I was like, our show definitely, regardless if we're a small platform or not, there's a lot of listeners, listening. And I just told her I want somebody to call to let us know, let the listeners know what's going on. How can people reach out, donate financially or food or whatever?
You know what? Go through the churches. The churches. Let me just say something real quick.
Okay.
Albany, the story of this storm, or my main takeaway, is everybody's been working together. Black, white, green, blue,
Yeah, it does.
brown,
People have,
Asian. It doesn't matter.
it's across the line. Everybody's helping out everybody. Everybody is pitching in the neighborhood. People are coming through the neighborhood.
Mhm.
The black churches, the white
White
churches.
churches,
Everybody.
random people on
That's
their
awesome.
own. Just driving down the street. Are you hungry? Do you need anything?
Do you need water? Do you need Gatorade? We've got some food here. Would you like a hot meal? I mean, it has been truly
Uplifting.
it's been humbling. It really has, because the people are so together, and the devastation that we had is just not limited to one area of town.
No,
It came in south of Albany.
it went all the way through the heart of Albany.
Yeah, I mean, it went right through the heart of our town and all the way to the east side. And it was, I mean,
The east side got hammered, the west side got hammered, the northwest side got hammered. It's amazing it missed downtown. Okay,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm shocked at the path that it took, first of all, and the way that it went, these storms went through town. But I'm amazed that more people weren't injured and more people, weren't victims. That it happened at night. I mean, we lost our power at 10:18
and that's when it hit.
on Monday night,
And
and
45 minutes later, it was over.
it was gone. It was boom, gone. So, I mean, by 11 o'clock, there was nothing in town. No winds, no rain, no hail, nothing. Just eerie, calm, quiet. And 45 minutes before that, it sounded like trains going through downtown Albany.
It was. If I had any more sense, I'd have been scared. But
Well- That's good
know,
that, everybody can come together. It's not
it's
a black and white
you
issue.
know what? I want to tell you something. And I told Tara this the other day. When the floods hit South Louisiana, and I grew up in Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Louisiana, right? And the Cajun Navy. Remember hearing about the Cajun Navy? Just everybody helping everybody in their boats. Well, Louisiana might have had the Cajun Navy, but by God, we had the Redneck Army. I mean, because everybody was helping everybody.
We've got a little grocery store south of town that hardly anybody knows about unless you grew up here in town. It's called Abbott's. And it's a gas station / convenience store and / diner. They cook the most awesome lunches.
Oh,
I mean,
they're wonderful.
it's like soul food meets country cooking, that kind of thing. Well, Mr. Abbott opened up his freezer, his walk-in freezer for people that lost power and did not have any power at all, but they wanted to save all their food in their refrigerator and their freezer. And he opened up his walk-in for people to bring their food out there and keep it until they got their power back.
No charge.
No charge, nothing. Just bring it. I don't want you to lose everything you've got.
P.S. Everything in our refrigerator is gone. We got to throw it out.
Yeah, we had to throw ours out.
Oh, wow.
So,
So tell us,
Yeah.
since we're on the air, let us know, how can people reach out? How can people help?
reach
Talk
out
to the churches.
talk to the churches. Let your church coordinate through the churches here locally. Go to Samaritan's Purse, Red Cross, Salvation Army, any of those nonprofits will get food out. They'll get supplies out. They'll get whatever. Whatever people want to donate is fine. There's
We're
11
lucky.
we're lucky.
We're walking in tall cotton because we have a 7,500 watt generator, and
we got to stay in our house. There's tons and tons of people. There's 11,000 people.
blankets,
Yeah.
hot, heavy coats,
Meals. The
meals,
biggest thing that people need are meals and
water.
water. Lots of water. Lots of coffee. Believe it or not, coffee. Just to stay warm. And the temperatures are supposed to be warmer this week, so it won't be as unbearable as it was this weekend. But reach out to those nonprofits and see how you can donate through
Yeah.
them.
Okay.
Go through your church. Go through your church because there's a church network. I mean, it's crazy.
Look on Facebook. If they want to go to Facebook, check for Albany victims, Albany tornado victims. There's tons of groups on there that are reaching out, just driving through the community and saying, "Hey, do y'all need some water? Do you need this? Do you need that?"
Okay. Well, we're definitely going.
There was honestly, how do you pronounce your name, please? Aisha?
My name is Aisha, but everyone calls me.
Aisha, okay.
Yes, but
See,
everyone calls me
anyway.
Jade.
Look, Aisha, we had a car full of. It was obviously a matron, like a middle-aged lady, her 3 kids, her mother, and they drove up. What was it?
The day after the storm on Tuesday
The
morning.
night after the storm hit. Okay. And just drove up and said, "Look, you guys need anything? I got hot chicken and rice. You remember that?"
Yeah.
Oh my God! And they had hot coffee, and we were just like,
We have had people come up with bag lunches, just sandwiches, hot dogs, hamburgers, and
just
just
cruising, giving the crews food and water, because we've got crews in here from
as far away as St. Louis.
St. Louis to Tampa.
And the problem is we had so many poles that got knocked down, phone poles, telephone poles, lights.
The infrastructure.
We've got 25 stations, electrical stations here in town, substations. 18 of them were down in the storm. So they're having to rebuild our entire electrical network, and they're doing it grid by grid. So it's, some of us may be without power for 3 weeks to 4 weeks.
Yeah, but you know what? None of our family is hurt. Everybody's cool. I consider us blessed. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So we want to just we definitely appreciate you guys calling us. I'm going to thank Tara for that. We're going to, it's out into the air. It's out into the universe. And we're going to post it up on not only our website, but we're going to do a follow-up and make sure that we leave all the information, not only what you said, but what Tara gave us as well. We do have...
Tara took some great photos.
Oh, okay. So we're going to get those. We're going to get that from Tara. We're going to definitely make sure we get that from her. We're going to wrap this up because we do have a guest that's on.
Sorry.
No. It's fine. No. It's fine. I know that you're passionate about it, and my heart definitely goes out to everyone because I've experienced a tornado. I myself have experienced being a part. In being like the tornado thing. So we want to wrap it up. I saw your name on Facebook. If there's anything else that you want me to know, please, you can leave it in my message. And definitely, whatever information you need me to know, contact information or just the names, we will most definitely put that out there for people to look out for Albany, help Albany. So
thank you.
Thank you.
Both ways.
Yeah, just pray for Albany.
You know how to
Absolutely.
We got
If
you.
you got more questions, call me.
Yes, absolutely. I will definitely do that, off the air. But thank you guys, and I know it's
Appreciate
Mike, it's Mike and Bonnie. Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right now.
Enjoy your evening and stay safe, please, okay?
Hey, peace out. Everybody pull together.
All right now.
Absolutely.
Sending prayers.
Sending prayers. Thank you.
We're out.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow, he was a real nice guy.
So, listeners, if you heard what was going on in Albany, you got a little bit from Mike and his wife, Bonnie. I hope that was the correct name of his wife. They're going to follow up after the show and give us information. And we're going to follow up as well so that we can post all of that up on our website and our Facebook pages.
Just on social media. That
Just
way
on social media in general.
In whatever way you can, whether it's financially or food or clothes or whatever it may be.
Time.
Are we doing music? Are we taking a quick break and doing music?
They sounded like some good old Southern folk, didn't they?
Yes, they did. They did.
Hee-haw. I was ready.
He was talking about chicken and rice, and he was kind of making me a little hungry because I need to eat.
I kind of wanted to give them a hug through the phone.
I know. Give them like a virtual hug. Is
Maybe
that
they
virtual
should
hug thing?
They're so passionate, their own GoFundMe.
Yes,
Maybe.
they should.
That's what they should do.
That sounds interesting. Yeah,
maybe
I don't
if
know.
you're listening, hi, this is a special guest, Jaime Martinez, and I think you should start a GoFundMe.
Absolutely.
And that way you can distribute the money the way that you want to.
Absolutely.
sounds like to Georgia Power so they can get their butts down there and
Okay.
get the electricity back on.
They
That's
need to
crazy.
Get together now. Come
I
on.
know.
Help Albany,
What's
Georgia.
this? You said 7 days?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Ah,
That's a whole
that's a whole week. Ooh,
Ooh, but if you're with your man or your girlfriend or your what, that'd be nice.
that could be nice.
Kinda
Set
nice.
some candles
Oh yeah,
going on and some nice music and
Yes.
ooh, that sounds good.
Especially if it's new, fresh love.
Yes,
After a couple years, and it's like,
it's like. So go ahead.
All right, so we're going to get into some music. We're going to take a break, play a little music, then we're going to come back.
Can I
and-
pop it? Can I pop? I want. Is it the popping kind of music or slow?
No, this going to be more of a chill
I love
song
it.
right
Okay.
now, and then we probably can get into something more upbeat.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're going to take a break, play some music. We'll come back to Jay Martinez and tell us a little bit more about his book and personally or whatever, what he got going on.
Yes, so stay tuned, enjoy, and relax.
Yay.
Dear God, make me a bird so I can fly far, far, far away. Dear God, make me a bird so I can fly far, far, far away. Dear God, make me a bird so I can fly far, far, far away.
Call your soul had a taste like flowers, flowers, warm wind.
Look clapping on your feet, quit clapping on your waist. Sometimes you hate to leave somebody who's tapping in the way. Warm winds on the space ride, and I call your phone on a late night. I recall your soul had a taste like gardens, flowers, warm winds clapping on your feet, quit clapping on your waist. Sometimes you hate to leave somebody what's happening to we. Warm winds on the space ride. Sometimes I call your name out loud just to make sure it's you. Sometimes I crack my veins so bad just to see if it's blue. You clearly are queen. I know you wasted. Sometimes you hate to leave somebody what's happening to we. Warm winds on the space ride, and I call your phone on a late night. I recall your soul had a taste like gardens, flowers, warm winds clapping on your feet, quit clipping on your waist. Sometimes you hate to leave somebody what's happening to we. Warm winds on the space ride. Sometimes I bite my lips and close my eyes just to pretend it's you. Long live lonely thoughts and Thursday nights. That's when I think of you. We were all 13 once. Long live tramp stamps and pepper and you, we never
Caller?
judged me for that.
Hello. Hi, who's on the air? Who's on the air?
Caller. Hello.
Well, we was vibing. I guess the caller couldn't hear us that good. But if you're listening, hit us up shortly. We're in our relax and our vibe right now, playing some music. We do appreciate you calling in, but if you can call back.
Yes, caller, please call back.
The energy in here is just something terrific.
I know.
I mean, I feel like I don't even smoke marijuana, but look at my eyes. I feel like I'm high.
On that
I feel
natural
like
high.
I feel good. I feel great. Oh my God. I
know. I feel like singing a song with my silly self.
Gonna make a track.
Make a track, okay?
I have a new track, but I can't sing it on here. Me and my friend keep on talking about it. Maybe another show. Might be too much. Too rated X.
Right.
So you want to get just dive into the conversation and perhaps revisit.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, let's do that. That
All right,
sounds
so
good.
I got a question to throw out there too.
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Now, are there any Mexican American writers you know of and are inspired by?
Oh, I hate to say this. No, there's not. That's really, really, really sad, right? But no, there's not. I'm sure there is some out there. I'm sure there's a lot of great Mexican American writers, but not any that I have took interest to. You know, I could tell you who my favorite writer is.
Yes,
Who's
please.
Your favorite writer is?
Elin Harris.
I knew it. I knew
rest
it.
in peace.
Yes, rest in peace.
He's the reason that I want to write. I'm like, I want to share our stories. I read Invisible Life and Just As I Am, 94, 95, 93-ish, literally in a day. Both of them. I couldn't put it down. I have never felt like that about a book in my entire life. And he is, to this day, one of my favorite authors.
Yeah, I definitely like him. I've read some of his work too. Yeah, I was going to ask you like who are some of your favorite authors that you like and why.
Him, and I love currently Montel Pope. I don't know if you heard of him before. I was going to the Dominican Republic, me and my partner, maybe 5 years ago, and I had to grab a quick book, and so I like the artwork. And baby, I was getting on the beach, getting sunburned, reading that drama. It was really, really, really good. I think it was called Both Sides of the Fences.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it is steamy from beginning to end.
What's that book about?
That book is almost I want to say, just to be quite frank, like a gay Fatal Attraction. Like he meets this guy, and he has been burnt by many guys before then, and he meets this guy and he goes stone crazy. He makes his wife and his life a living hell, and I loved it. I love that kind of stuff. You know, I'm all about the drama.
Okay,
yeah, I love it. So he's excellent.
So is there any lesbian authors that you writers?
I don't know. Is Sapphire a lesbian who wrote Push by Precious?
Is she?
I thought she was.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
That's on my list. So on my list is Mexican American authors and lesbian. Just unfortunately, with all this writing and my family and my 9 to 5, I have very little time to read, to even watch TV for that matter. But I'm going to have to put that on my list, both of those.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I love the lesies.
and I do honestly remember, and my apologies, I'll let you get back. I got to say this is on my mind. I had met some lesbian authors at the Decatur Book Festival.
That's all was there, honey. I thought I was in Sacramento. I said, take me away. Can I see a gay man?
And I think that I might have.
Even though I love lesbians, but good Lord, they were deep.
They were deep.
Baby.
They were deep in Decatur.
Deep.
And I think I purchased one of their books. I supported them. So, yeah.
But that's what they say, but I don't see lesbians like that.
They're everywhere.
But how come you guys don't have your own club? Where's your club at?
Oh, well, they're.
I mean,
you got phase 1.
You have phase 1.
But is that different nights, different things? I'm talking about lesy all day, 7 days a week. You know what I'm saying? Because Sacramento does.
Phase 1 is.
It is every day.
Phase 1.
Oh, yeah, phase 1.
Phase 1 is.
Ooh.
I think that might be. And I know.
Marquette is. The Marquette.
The Marquette. And I think Sisters is now.
That's strictly lesbian.
Now that you brought up the Marquette Lounge, it is in my book. Mahisa doesn't live here. Every time I think of the Marquette Lounge in the early 90s, I think of Now to the Stage, Miss Yolanda Dupree. You remember the drag shows back in the day?
Yes,
do they still have them? I haven't been in years. That was
They do. They have them up. The ones I'm familiar with are up. Is it Buford? Yes. Buford Highway. They're at Buford Highway some.
Oh my, Marquette Lounge I think I went there for the first time October 1992, and I lost my mind. I went bananas. It was on Martin Luther King in Ashby. It was Chuck E. Cheese carpet, right? No, that was the second one. It was on Martin Luther King in Ashby, and I went in there, and I'll never forget they were playing. All right.
We got a caller. Let's try this again. Hey, let's do this. Uh-oh. Caller, you're on the air.
Hello.
Caller, you're on the air.
I am a caller from Atlanta and want to know, Jaime, what inspires you as a writer? Is it what helps you with your art form?
You know what inspires me? Can you hear me? What inspires me is the lack of books and movies and television for Latinos and Latinas. So that really inspires me to want to push harder my art so America could see how we live, you know? And also the gay and lesbian thing too, because, you know, even though it's came a long ways, you know, we're on Shonda Rhimes' shows, we're on Being Mary Jane, we're on J-Lo's show, and the list goes on and on, I still feel...
Okay.
Oh,
Caller, you got a lot going on. Mama needs you to call back though.
But I hope I answered her question. I hope she heard me.
I hope that you answered her
house
question.
sounded like my house. I have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, so I know
hope
how that
she,
is.
I hope she wasn't scared off by the L, the G, the B, the T, and the Q.
Oh.
I hope so. I hope not.
We can't be hanging on no phone
I don't
now.
think so. I don't think so.
But call back. Caller, please call
Well,
back.
if you got disconnected in error, definitely please call us back. And for all those other listeners, if you're tuning in, please give us a call at 404-474-0080 to ask those questions to author and writer Jay Martinez.
Oh, that she might have been offended by the whole Latino and Latina. You never know. Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
You're not putting me behind that wall, honey.
Yes, honey, we're not doing
none of that
I'm
shit.
here and I'm not going
That's right.
anywhere.
We're not going anywhere.
You know, I'm
not
gonna
at
speak
all.
my mind. You no hating on this show.
We
Oh,
do
I
not.
love
We
it.
do not hate on this show.
That's one thing. That's one thing I love about a lesbian. They will turn it up in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yes, we don't hate, honey, because we will hang up before you hang up. So we
love
just
it.
want to let y'all FYI know.
And I ain't rap too tight, so we can't be.
Yes, and we're not wrapped too tight as co-host, honey. Hunty, stop.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll go off, but I can't fight, so I'm gonna have to let you guys see the fight. I look big, but I'm very petite on the inside.
I know that's
But
right.
if that's not the
Dainty.
case, and something, if your
Yeah,
phone
we're just
disconnected,
joking.
please,
We're
we
just
just
joking.
Yeah, we're
She
having
sounded like she had
fun.
a house full of kids, and I know how it is. I have, like I said, I had a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, and you have kids as well. And you know, sometimes you get sidetracked, and they're
Yeah.
jumping in something and grabbing.
Oh,
something
yeah,
that
they
aren't
can
be
supposed
very
to.
busy.
So very, very busy. So
Yes.
yeah, she was.
We're
probably
just
busy
we're
with
just
that.
having fun. Please don't be offended.
Please don't cuss our ass out.
No, don't do
But
that,
should
honey.
I
That
left
would.
off where we left off about
Please,
the Marquette
yeah,
Lounge?
yes, please,
Because
please,
it's still
please.
around. It's iconic.
Yes.
So the Marquette
Yes.
Lounge, I went in there and they were playing DJ Jimmy. Where They At, Ho? You remember that song? You might.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I know.
yes.
I thought it was Atlanta music. I didn't know. And then they went to Kilo, to Daisy Dukes, to oh my God, the list goes on and on. All the booty shake music they had.
You know,
played.
Raheem the Dream was doing that booty shake
All
too.
that, yeah, he was one of them. They were playing at the club too, and in Sacramento, where I'm from, we got that music mostly from Video Jukebox.
Video jukebox.
And we for a club to play it, I went crazy. I mean, I lost my mind, and that was my hangout. I mean, I was leaving there 5 a.m. every Friday and Saturday, catching the
nice.
MARTA at Westlake.
So yeah, see, like my brother was telling you how like clubs used to stay open late.
Oh, late.
Yeah, they did
Late.
once upon a time.
And the finest guys. I mean, I'd be like, I know they're not going in there. Like, I know they're not going in there. And guess where they were going? Inside the club. I mean, look as straight as the day is light. I was just like, ooh. And then and let me tell you another thing back then. You know how all these little cute haircuts and pixies and all this stuff are just coming in style? Honey, those stylists, they were wearing those styles back then.
Back then.
Atlanta was way before its time. You know what I'm saying? Way before its time. They just don't even know.
Yeah.
And so-
Absolutely. Yes.
in this book, including the Marquette Lounge, the Ritz, which was by 5 points.
Marquette ain't like it used to be though, man.
Ritz, the Marquette, it's totally.
Yeah.
I've been there in
I don't
years.
fuck with it. It ain't like it used to be.
Really? Okay.
Teachers own though.
Yeah.
If you like it there, that's you. But
That's
me
you.
personally, I can't rock with it.
Right. Yeah.
Nah.
Well,
But the Ritz?
The Ritz.
Yes,
that
the
was
Ritz.
the
Let's get
Ritz.
to
That
the
wasn't
Ritz.
there for very long when I got here. It might have been here for a year. It was on the second floor up the street from 5 Points, and the men there were ridiculous. And so I write about that club in my book too, and of course the infamous Loretta's. Okay, Loretta's.
I've heard of Loretta's.
Loretta's. I remember standing outside watching these dime piece men walk out, getting in their Benz, Mercedes, Land Cruisers at the time, Lexus, and going like, "What the fuck? I'm in heaven." You know what I'm saying? So I write about about all that stuff. Not so much my experiences, but my characters' experiences in the book. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, that sounds cool.
So you were saying one of your favorite writers is Harris, right?
Yes.
So you also your bio Zane and Sapphire and Sister Soldier. That Sister Soldier stuck out to me. Now,
oh my God,
she
coldest winter ever.
Yeah.
Lord, Winter Santiago. Is it Winter Santiago?
Man, that's one
Baby.
heavy, deep, powerful, strong, passionate sister right there. Like what? Like I know she probably one. I'm sure one of the people that brung the bug out of you, far as writing. So
yes, absolutely.
Besides her inspiring you in writing, did she inspire you outside of writing, as far as the social side and the political side? Did you see any kind of inspiration and
I
influence in
could.
that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I would be in the front of the line marching if I had to for anybody's rights. Anybody. My rights as a gay Mexican man, or just somebody that our voices need to be heard.
Just
so
a human being.
So far, no, I haven't. I haven't done that, but that's something that I wouldn't think twice about doing. However God wants to use me as his vessel, and that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, that's what it's about. We have a purpose.
Yes.
But Sister Soldier was the truth.
Oh my God! And I heard Jada Pinkett Smith bought those rights to that movie like over 10 years ago, and they haven't done anything with it.
Haven't done nothing with.
But I don't know if that necessarily good. They can just play that all out at the movies, or it needs to be like a HBO weekly thing, because that was a lot.
She probably had to still consult with Sister Soldier, because it's not like she could just go out there.
No, she bought the rights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she bought the screenplay rights, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I don't. Alleged.
I've heard.
Alleged.
Yeah, I've heard. That's why I say I've heard.
Yeah, alleged. But that's an awesome.
But
book.
she still had to consult with Sister Soldier, because she the only one that can tell the story.
Right.
There's no sense of going off and trying to make something you know nothing about.
That's true. That's true. But thinking back to the book, it's been years since I've read it. Could they really do a movie? I mean, it would have to be like 3 parts. That book was so good, and they couldn't squeeze everything in 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
I think it would have to be.
And I think she's a good inspiration to black women too. Like someone you can look up to.
Absolutely. So, can I ask you guys a question?
Sure.
I know I'm the guest, but
No,
I'm just
please.
I'm just so in awe. I'm just feeling the energy and stuff. And like I said, I'm on my natural high. Look at my eyes are looking a little Asian, and that's not racist, but just Asian.
All right, Asian people don't cuss us out now.
And I don't even want to get in trouble for saying this, but what do you think about Queen Latifah and her not wanting to come out the closet? Do you respect that on a financial side? Or, because technically she hasn't. We've all seen photos and pictures and
but you
whatnot.
already know she is.
Yeah, but why doesn't she do a little bit more for our community? Or is she obligated? Is she obligated?
Oh, well,
question.
we're going to hold that thought.
I can't wait.
Yes.
Yes.
Caller, you're on air.
Hello.
Hi, this is Daniel calling from Macon, Georgia.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
How are you?
I just wanted to say that I was such a big fan of Cucina.
Oh.
Mr. Martinez is just such an inspiration for us young gay men. He's really helped me, kind of get the confidence to come out of the closet. So.
Wow.
Oh my God, you're about to make me cry.
Oh,
Thank you so
wow.
much. I think that's one of the best compliments I've ever had in my entire life. Yeah, I would have to say so.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Well, thank you so much for letting me call in today.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Would you be able to tell us what did you like about Coachina?
Yes, I just think that, it it really does a great job of articulating, you know, I guess more so what we feel as gay men. I think many times that's left out in novels today. And I just think that the triumphs of the different characters just really helped me. It was very relatable and helped me kind of relate to my own life.
Wow, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. And if you haven't already, could you please put that on Amazon.com? I would love if you put a review. That's so beautiful.
Yes, definitely. I would love to write a review.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Keep reading my books, okay? Bye.
All right, bye.
Everybody has kids, huh?
Oh, that was so awesome.
That sounded Indian at first, huh?
Yeah. Oh. Well, all right now. That was awesome. Love.
Yes. Oh, I love it. Yes. Okay, so can I go back to my question?
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
Do you think Queen Latifah has a obligation to the, I get so confused, LGBT, LGTR, whatever. Do you think, so I'll just say this, do you think she has an obligation, is obligated to step out for us gay and lesbian men?
I think so. I mean, she has the platform, especially at her status. She's a huge public figure, and I think, especially and her being every time we get in,
I know.
Ooh, we need to talk about this. Queen Latifah's in town.
Queen,
yes. That's a big girl.
It's all good. It's all good.
We love you, Queen.
Hello, caller. You're on the air.
Hi, I was calling to comment on the book with Jaime.
Oh, hi, caller. What book were you wanting to comment on?
Hi, this is Nicole in Atlanta, and I wanted to comment on Cochina. I love it. It's so vividly written, and I just wanted to say, are there going to be any more? I miss the girls. I miss all three of them, the sisters. I actually got the book as a gift from a friend, and I could not put it down. So,
oh, wonderful.
If we could look forward to another one. Or,
Absolutely. So,
where do you get the concept? Because it was so many storylines all together.
Oh,
I just wanted to pick your brain.
Okay, so I get the concept from all of my different personalities in my head. You know what I'm saying? Because I've got a little bit of J-Lo, a little bit of Selena, a little bit of Oprah, and here, there, and I got to name some guys. Name some guys for me. I know I have some guys. Oscar De La Hoya. So I go into these different characters into my head, and then I just created Lola, Josefina, Marisol, and Cochina. And I just, we're all human, and we all deal with different people on a day-to-day basis, and there's people with different type of personalities, and you just kind of absorb those personalities. Some you like and some you don't like, and I just kind of keep them stocked in my head, so I can, when it's time to release them, I'll have them there. It's kind of like a library of personalities in my head. So that would be probably the best way to explain that. Did that make sense?
I got it.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I
Oh.
was just wondering, I kind of felt like I got, I'm like, is Marisol, is that actually, is she the mother's real daughter? I'm right back in my head, and I was wondering if it was going to be another book.
Oh, yes, there is, but
I always remember how the mother always mistreated her. And
yes,
she had issues from that.
very nasty, very, very nasty.
She was always the one going to all the appointments and
Translating.
English for her parents, but her mom never teach her. So I just came up with, is that really her mom? Or did her dad have another family in Mexico? Because I think that was...
Well, you are on to something. Well, I can't give all that information.
I love it.
Oh my God! Yes, she's got the TT.
She got the TTT.
But what I will,
Sip,
what I can say is this: I'm writing the continuation to Mijito. If you haven't already read that, you must read that. And I'm going to get in the first chapter. It's already written. The book's not all the way finished, but this first chapter is already written, and it is edited, and that part is ready to go. You're going to find out about the characters from Cochina. First chapter. First chapter, you're going to see what's going on.
I did read Mijito.
Uh-huh.
The first one.
Uh-huh.
And then I had them both together. But
Ooh.
I'm talking about the second one because that was the last one I read.
Uh-huh.
And, I didn't didn't realize, I didn't even, I mean, I love that book too, but I was just left with some key cliffhangers on the,
Uncle.
it just shot me down.
Yeah.
The books were just like, you didn't know what was happening next. I had everybody around me hyped up, like, what happened next in that book.
Oh, I love it.
I just wanted to commend you because more people should read it and talk about it, talking about it, because I think we're ready for it. And like I was wondering, like, what happened with Lola? Did Caesar die? Like,
Ooh, yeah.
creative,
you.
And, I just wanted to make sure I got a call in and let you know.
Thank
that
you.
I'm sharing your book.
Oh, I love you. Thank you so much.
We thank you so
but
much.
Let me just say this: when this third book comes out, and I got a couple of titles or whatever, it's gonna be a real in your face title. The first chapter is gonna explain a whole lot of what's going on with the sisters, and believe me, you're gonna be in for it. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I love like how in the first book you put all the landmarks in Atlanta, like Buford Highway, like all the. I love it. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Oh.
We'll definitely be supporting it and looking forward to it. But I just wanted to get in and pick your brain.
Oh.
Because you're definitely talented.
Oh, thank you so much, caller. Can you tell me your name again?
I'm Nicole.
Oh, Nicole.
Nicole.
Thank you.
Nicole.
Thank you, Nicole. Appreciate that.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Nicole, for calling.
Be blessed.
You too. Thank you.
Be
right.
blessed.
Oh, she sounds so pretty.
Bye-bye.
Yes.
All right, that was Nicole. We on the road, honey. Just when we ain't just when we start getting into different topics,
I
the
love
call
her little voice.
call, yes, the
Every
phone
time
is
we get into
ringing.
a question to answer, someone calls in.
Well, go ahead, get back to
Yes,
it. Get
okay.
back to it.
So should I ask you again? Does Queen Latifah owe us an obligation, us gay and lesbian folks?
Bam.
Yes, I think she does owe an obligation to the LGBTQ community to at least have some type of more of a open presence and representing us on a global scale, kind of making herself known out here. Her being, I guess, I don't know, maybe to her, I guess in her mind, maybe she just really a private person, and she might just be the type she don't want everybody in her business. It's like it's not hard to figure out she's gay. I mean, it's obvious she is, but it might just be different reasons. It could be she's just a really private person. It could be a financial situation. Maybe they want to make her seem like she's something else, to the public, but, keep your lifestyle secret. I don't know what it may be, but.
Now, do you think, and I'm quoting Viola Davis yesterday, was it Viola Davis? No, excuse me, Tracy Alice Ross at the Golden Globes. Do you think it's harder for people of color and colorful people to come out the closet opposed to white people?
Yes.
Well, especially in the film industry.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's say that.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
In the film industry.
In the film
it's
industry.
a little bit harder, especially for a woman. So, I mean, because you don't really hear a lot about black gay women being openly out in the film industry.
Right.
You always hear about the white people being out, whether it's the females or the males, but you don't always hear about a black man being gay or a black woman being gay. Not to say it is not, because it's few out there who are really just comfortable and they're free and they don't care about what people think. But
and it's the same in our community too, in the Mexican community. It's very still taboo. You just don't even hear. And that brings me to say that's another reason I really wanted to write these types of books. African American females are readers. They read all the time. You know what I'm saying? These books, Elin Harris, Eric Jerome Dickey, Zane, Sister Soldier, the list goes on and on. Now, I haven't personally seen a lot of Hispanic writers write this kind of Mexican American write this kind of genre of book. And correct me if I'm wrong. I could be totally wrong, but it's almost like everybody knows somebody gay here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not just
Mhm. Oh,
lesbians
yeah.
and gays hanging around, but straight girls hang around lesbians hang around gay guys. I mean, everybody has their own type of bestie.
Yeah.
And for me, it's still kind of like awkward going back to Sacramento or talking to people in Sacramento, because the gay person is like the hairstylist, or you know, or the dancer, and it's still so cliche that they would say, I've had somebody tell me before, I've never met anybody gay, and I'm not going to say how close they are to me, but they told me that. And I was like, no, you met somebody gay, they just didn't tell you.
Yeah.
So it's still on the very down low for Hispanics in Sacramento, from what I see. You know, I haven't lived there in almost 24 years, so I don't know. I think it's maybe a little bit different when you get to Southern California, but still, that's like an issue, you know, for me. You know, I think that, and so I wanted Mexican girls or anybody to just say, hey, you know what, this is their lives, and we can be comfortable talking about what's going on with their lives. And you know, people are always talking about, come to my wedding, come to my baby shower, come to mine stuff. But you know, even though that's changed, we can get married and have, you know, kids now too, but they're never really, it's always a one-sided, sometimes it's one-sided friendships. And I just want people to say, no, you know, there's two sides to
Oh yeah, it's two sides.
Two sides.
It's not a relationship if it's not both.
Yeah.
Everybody gotta meet at the middle. If it's an unbalance, one person is meeting expectation, the other person not, what good is it?
But do you think that some people don't want to hear, I mean, this is a different day and time, but still, do you think some of maybe our closest friends don't want to hear everything that may be going on in our love life or in our personal life?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But we hear theirs.
We hear theirs.
Yeah, we do. I guess I respect that. I respect that because I don't want to be forcing nobody lifestyle on nobody. If you don't want to hear, you just don't.
So,
just like I can say, I don't want to hear about your straight life.
Yeah.
You know, respect got to go both ways.
But
you know,
real friends do that though, don't they? Or no, they share like deep. No,
it's
Not necessarily?
for straight people. It's supposed to be okay to talk about it
Okay.
because it's woman and man. But soon as it's like the same sex, you know, they don't want to touch that.
Well, I can say from like personal experience, overall in my adult life, the friendship that I thought that I had wasn't there. The loyalty. I had one straight male who I was really cool with once upon a time when I was living in that bisexual world, and we talked about everything, and it wasn't forced. It was very natural. And it just, like, I didn't get tired of him. He didn't get tired of me. Sometimes we share stories on, bleep, who we did. But anyway, it was just so natural. Now, as I've gotten older and I've seen other past so-called friendships, and even now, like, trying to get into friendships and even past relationships where I thought I was really like friends with the relationship that I was in, if I'm making any sense.
No, I got you.
It wasn't equal. It was me being loyal, me being the friend for real, me listening, me being supportive and being there. But when the script was flipped, it was, I ain't got no time. I don't want to hear that. I got to do this. It was a bunch of excuses. And I'm just like, I'm big on loyalty. And before me and Uno ever got in a relationship, we had to, number one, trust each other. I'm old school.
Yeah, you got to build.
We had to trust. We had to build. We had to build on a number of things, because so many people are saying, friend. They just use that.
They just throw it out
They
there.
use that
Loosely.
friend and use that love word very
I ain't friends with
loosely.
everybody.
And so, we were friends before we got into a relationship, you know. And so we talk about everything, all kinds of topics, raw, unfiltered. It doesn't matter.
Even personally with us, we talk about things.
even personal. I mean, for me, I think my life is a book. That's why I want to write it. because there's so many dynamics to
No,
me,
I
and
love
I
it.
need to get it out, and I'm gonna
Go
claim
right
it
on
that I'm
paper,
gonna get
girl.
it out.
Go on right on
Because
that
Jay
paper.
is gonna help me.
Well, can we get a sneak peek? Can I get a sneak peek? I want to ask you a question. I know I'm the guest, but can I
That's
I
okay.
ask you a question?
Sure.
Go ahead,
Since
go
you
ahead,
guys
go
said you're
ahead.
so open, and you guys talk about the rawest of things and stuff. So let me ask you this question, because I don't know the answer, because I'm a gay man. I don't want no coochie, honey. You could lock me up in a jail. Orange is the new black. And I'm gonna be Muslim, honey. Don't touch me. You know what I'm saying? I'll be no, ma'am, honey. No. You can sacrifice my mom, honey, and I'm still gonna be a gay man.
But you know you got
I
some
love
so-called
the
gay
dick.
men
No, I'm
that
just
don't.
kidding. I should have said on
No,
that.
But-
That was fine.
But they got some so-called gay men who
Yeah.
really don't be gay and they want to experiment with a woman.
So this is my question to you. You said at a time in your life you were bisexual. So I got two questions to this. Does bisexuality really exist? And if it does, is it the same for bisexual men as it is for women? I really want to know.
Okay, so that whole bisexual word to me now, I don't see it. I think people are just so free that they just doing, I don't know, like whatever. To me, people have changed that word bisexual to queer. I'm hearing a lot of people just queer, and the no label. There's lots of people with no labels. There's lots of people who say they're transgender, and it's not in the aspect of what I know as a transgender, but they, it's all about the pronouns with them. You have to make sure that you say things correctly. But on my experience, once upon a time when I was very open and honest with people. So, is it different?
Well, let me ask you this:
I don't know.
Could you still be with a man?
Hell to the no.
So were you were you? So
I'm sorry.
Were you on the DL, or were you just faking it with a man? Because that's the hard thing is to fake. Sitting there getting penetrated.
Okay,
honey.
so okay,
I mean, Lord,
so
I love
wait a minute.
it.
Wait a minute.
But but if you don't love it, I couldn't imagine.
Okay. So again, with my many factors of my life, once upon a time. So when I was in that straight box, I faked it with them. Yes, I was over it
on a nightly basis.
First of all, it wouldn't have made it to a nightly basis, because if you wasn't hitting home with me on the first one, bye.
When you say hitting home, you mean the orgasm?
Right.
Okay.
Right. I mean, there was many levels where you had to satisfy me. So if you wasn't satisfying one, to hell with it. I wasn't even giving you a second chance. I know I'm kind of was a hard person then, but I needed to feel it from day one. So yes, I faked it as a straight woman. Okay, so moving on to the bisexual box. Yeah, still I faked it with them, faked it with women. I mean, because women don't be up to their game either.
Right.
Yeah, they don't be up to their game either. Some.
Right. So I guess I'm asking.
But I was open.
Open.
I was open about my sexuality. I was then, because I felt for me that I didn't want to play with somebody's life. I needed them to know this is where I'm at. This is what I want. If you like it, that's what's up. We can do what we do. If you don't like it, that's okay. I respect you. There's no pressure. I'm going to move on.
Right.
But now I'm full-fledged. I believe I always should have been a full-fledged lesbian.
Right.
Wait a minute. However, I guess I can say a part of me was on the DL because of family upbringing.
Okay, so let me say this. Let me bring it from this.
Oh, I know there's some people that's going.
I have had numerous girlfriends that are straight. They love dick just as much as I do. And can I say that word on here?
Of course, yes.
We're getting a little Jamie Foxx.
We're getting a little Jamie Foxx.
On
Yes.
here, what's his show on Sirius? We're getting that.
Yes.
I've had numerous. I can count on both hands. Straight girls, like I said, that love dick just as much as me, but will randomly say they'll let Little Kim go down on them, or like an WNBA player, or even Queen Latifah for that. What does that mean? And they say it over and over.
Their ass ain't straight.
But so that's where my question comes back to you, and we're gonna get on the girl, and then I'll ask you about the guy because it's two different things, right? I think it's the same thing, but it's two different topics. So, can a girl truly get turned on by a woman and a man? I mean, is there a truly a bisexual? I don't know because I'm not. So I'm asking you. I mean, both of you, not just you, because you've been around women, or I know I go back to Sacramento and I see these girls that I've grew up with, and I'm like, what are you doing, And it just seems like it's so much easier for women to be in same-sex relationships. Like, you guys could just be, let's do our hair, let's drink our little wine.
Because it's more accepted.
You're licking each other, and I'm like, well, damn, why isn't it like that for guys? But it is like that for girls because it's what?
More accepted.
More accepted,
in the society. That's just how it is. But when it comes to the man,
but do you think
they shy away from that?
But do you think a man can look at? I'm gonna call her Dos because you're Uno. Dos Jade. Dos Jade. Dos. Could they look at you and say, "Oh, look at that titties and that ass and that coochie and all that," and get turned on, and then look at me and I got a little flatty waddy, but I got a cute face. You know what I'm saying? And get turned on too. Or do you think that bisexual is just used very loosely nowadays? Like, it's a loosely term.
I feel it's definitely used very loosely nowadays now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So is there a man out there that's like that or no? Or is he just gay? If he because
I think there's some truly some bisexual men out there. They try to do both.
Oh yeah.
Just definitely. Like women, they try to do both. They don't know what the hell they are. They want both.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I wish that was me. Can you imagine? That would be a great life. I would love it.
I think that there are people that could be confused. I'm not going to say that, but I genuinely think that what ones that are really have an attraction towards both sexes.
And they do.
And they do.
Then there's something, like you said, they use the word loosely.
They use it so loosely. They just they call themselves trisexuals because I've heard that before.
And sexually fluid.
And sexual fluid.
Sexually
and
fluid.
omni fluid.
And all that stuff.
Sometimes I've heard gay guys say, like, I'm a bisexual. I like both. Maybe because they think with their family or their friends it's more acceptable. And I'm like, are you really bisexual or just saying it because it sounds better?
Sounds better, right.
I'm a gay bottom.
Right,
because to that, people still like, oh, that's despicable. You're getting penetrated and you're all this. And see, I wear my bottom shirt proudly. It is who I am and it is what it is.
Absolutely,
to each their own. But I just always wonder that. So pointing it back to my books, that's why my characters are sometimes bisexual, but I don't go off the opinions of what I have about bisexuality because I don't know. So I morph into a different character and I let them just do their thing, and it just leads me wherever it leads me. And it's usually, I'm not going to say the cold-blooded truth, but it's their cold-blooded truth.
Right.
So, yeah, you answer my question. Wow, that's so interesting.
I know.
I love it. We have so much common in common, but we have differences, so we have to ask.
But we still vibing, though. Yeah. It's all good conversation.
Absolutely. Well, I have another question for you.
Sure.
Because I would think...
Oh, you got a question for me
so listen,
now.
There's not a lot of... Some people don't like role playing. My partner said, because sometimes I'll say, you buy me the ring, I'm the girl. He said, you ain't a girl. We're both men in here. But I just play with him. But I would say that I take more, not of a female role, but the damsel in distress role. You know what I'm saying? I think I did that my whole life. Because I just want to be saved. Remember that song? I want to be saved. But my questions to you is that I've heard from lesbian friends, or let's just say lesbian acquaintances, and I even seen it on a reality show not too long ago. I think it was Love and Hip Hop.
See, I don't look at this.
Okay, so let me explain to you, and this is just what I've heard. Some butch lesbians, I don't want to say transsexuals, but they're, they call themselves boys. So I guess it's to the level of like how I'm just saying I'm the damsel of distress.
Yeah,
so we ain't going, I'm not trying to wear a dress.
They're living themselves as a dominant role. They just say boys.
Yeah, that's who we are.
Yeah.
They don't like to be touched in their coochie.
And we had a conversation about that.
Just had a conversation about that.
Yes, some of them are like that. I don't understand that though.
A lot.
But just the thing. Now you don't want to be touched by a female, but then you got some of these studs that fucking dudes, but you allow them to touch you. What the fuck is that?
That was the thing in Oakland a while ago, and I was like, okay, that's just too much.
What's that about?
I don't know. I think that boils down to just be lack of companionship. So maybe just loneliness. I guess I don't know.
I don't
But
know what that shit
maybe
is.
they're
There
just
ain't
No,
no
they're
answer
just
to
kind of
that.
all over the place.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. I've been attracted to a woman before. I'll never forget. I was at Vickery's restaurant on Crescent, and this dude, which I thought at the time had a line, like a fresh line, and a beautiful complexion and like a linebacker build. And when he sat up, he had those big old titties, and they were girl titties. So it was a girl that looked like a man. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm attracted to a girl. But she had like on a white tee, and I'm talking about like a fresh line, like T.I.'s hair. You know what I'm saying? It was a clean, pretty cut. And then when she came, we were all sitting at the bar, and I was getting my little drink on and, having brunch like after church on a Sunday. And I was like, ooh, how cute, getting my flirt. I was single and all that. But when she sat up to go to the bathroom, I seen those double Ds. I said, no, ma'am. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Right. So, because some butch lesbians are hella fine. I mean, they've got we're like, oh, you're so masculine and so manly, but then they're a girl. You see what I'm saying? And I can't speak for all gay people, but I just think that the bottom line is that we're all looking for masculinity, and sometimes we're prejudiced against one another because we don't come out the womb always being so masculine. So there's a lot of, you already know that's a whole nother topic, but there's a lot of hardship and prejudice against in the same-sex circle.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
same love. I don't even like same-sex because it ain't about the sex. It's about love.
Right.
Sex is a part of it. On the big scheme of things, very little part of it, but it is a part of it. Yeah. It's about love.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I love it.
Why do you think there's less representation and Mexican presence in the TV and film industry?
Let me tell you what. So before I answer that question, let me just tell you about my research. I've researched stuff. I watched a show with Soledad O'Brien on CNN, Latin in America. Do you know that Latins combined spend more money at the theaters than blacks and whites combined?
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
So we're going, this is a fact now. This might have changed. This was a couple of years ago when she was doing that Black in America and that Latin in America. And the mecca of Mexican Americans is in Hollywood. I mean, come on. It's like Atlanta. That's where, you see the Mexicans with the Ferraris and the Lamborghinis and the Maseratis.
They living it
up. They're living an American dream. But I don't know. I have no idea why. I mean, we have like even Longoria.
Oh, what's your thoughts on that? Why you think it may be?
I don't know. That's like something hard to answer. And even though J-Lo is not Mexican American, she is Puerto Rican. I love her more than anything. When she's just comes on when over the last 20 years when I'm just feeling low or feeling like, oh, I don't know, about this or that and the other. So she's a mentor to me. She doesn't know it, but she's a mentor to me. And so she was going to come out with a network for all Latinos, including everything, Mexican, Cuban, and stuff, for the Latin or Hispanic that speaks English, but she never followed up with it. That was just an interview that I heard. So that was like a first step on like, okay, we got a channel that's not Univision or Telemundo where it's all in Spanish, because there's a lot of us.
She wanted to really target the Latin American.
Yeah, she did, but I haven't heard anything out about
it. So probably just talking.
Maybe she was talking. Maybe she had something to
make herself sound.
But
good.
I'm like, girl,
But she should have carried that out. Though,
she should have
to represent y'all community,
to represent our community
as a whole.
And with
because she got the power to do it.
She got the power, but with Mexicans being in the heart of it all in Hollywood, I don't know what goes. And there might be a lot of. I don't do production. I'm not behind the scenes. I'm not in there. I live in Atlanta, so there might be a lot of stuff that I just don't know. But visually, we don't really see it. I mean, I know they had the Cesar Chavez movie, and I think that bombed at the box office. Yeah. And then they had the story of the Mexican guys running in high school in Texas, and I think that bombed. But I mean, I can understand maybe that bombing just because everybody wants to see drama. Drama sells.
Yeah.
So I get that part, and so that's where I come in, and I'm gonna give you all the drama.
Yes,
Yeah.
just love it.
So
Just love it.
Because nobody wants to watch Pollyanna all the time. I mean, I love my Yanela. I love my Oprah. You know, I love all that good spirited stuff. But at the end of the day, for me, I want to see like terms of endearment, precious. You know what I'm saying?
Real life stories.
I want to see real life stories.
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't want to see Mary Had a Little Lamb every day. That's just not my tea, honey. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a real action packed guy, so I'll pass on that too. Comedy, yeah, but I really love drama. You know, AIDS, herpes, death. You know what I'm saying? All that. And to some people that might be dark, but that's the reality a lot of people are living.
Yeah, it's true.
You go to India,
but some people don't want to even deal with it.
They don't
so they'd
wanna-
rather not even watch it.
they would not. They don't even want to watch it. You're right.
Right.
Absolutely.
So, which leads me to my next question. Since
Ooh,
you're talking
yes.
about J-Lo, which she is an actress as well,
Yes.
besides being an artist.
Uh-huh.
So, do you have any favorite actresses who are Mexican American or just even Latin American? Period.
Okay, so oh my God, you guys are gonna, oh my God, okay, Mexican American actors and actresses. Well, of course I love
And if they're
Georgia.
not Mexican, just Latin.
I'm trying to
anyone.
think. My Latin actors, I love. I'm gonna have to say J Lo. I love her. I love her. I love Eva Mendes.
You got Rosalind Sanchez.
I loved her, but she's not going. She doesn't keep going. I loved her on Chasing Poppy, and that was the. Now let me tell you, when I went to the theater to see Chasing Poppy, it was with Rosalind Sanchez. That's before Sofia
Yeah, I was just about
Vergara
to say,
had really crossed over. She's been around for a long time
Yeah,
before she
had,
made
yeah.
it. And to see, excuse me, that gave me a little inspiration too for my book.
Oh, Sophia.
To see, no, just having an all Latin cast.
Yeah, true.
Chasing
Yeah.
Poppy, that was good, and there was another actress, and then they had like, oh my God, I'm having a brainstorm, but some famous comedic actors on there that were Hispanic and Mexican American and blah blah blah. So it was like an all Latin.
What you think about George Lopez?
I love
Since you
George
said
Lopez.
comedian,
I've seen him at the Fox Theater. I love him. I think he's so great. I thought the show was good. I've been to his stand-up. I think he's funny. You know, do I think he's Paul Mooney funny? No, that's my favorite comedian. But
Boy,
yeah,
he's straight raw
yeah,
with it, boy.
Yeah, oh, Paul Mooney's my favorite.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
He
I
tell
like
the
Paul
truth.
Mooney.
About everybody.
I love
Oh,
him.
yes.
Yeah. And I
Keep
love
it
him.
real.
And so I would say, and I love. Let me tell you. This is I was watching Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen one day, and I seen what's his name? He played on oh God, oh my God, John Leguizamo.
Oh yeah,
So
I
I'm a
was
fan.
about to say him.
I love
He
him.
read my mind.
He was on there with Andy, and when the show was over, I'm like, when are we gonna see another Latin, visible Latin? Not like I'm mixed with this and that. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But a fake
Straight
Latin,
up
just
Latin.
organic on TV. Like, when are we going to see that again? And that really kind of hurt my feelings. It was like, okay, that's crazy, you know, because we're out there, we're talented, we do a lot of good things, you know. But I just don't to answer your question. I don't know why it's not so visible. I think it's changing.
Yeah.
You know, I know they had that show. What was it called? The Maids show.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Devious
about.
Maids, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't watch it. And I won't get into why I won't watch it, but I wouldn't watch that show to support it, and I should have, because there's not a lot in Latin shows. But even Lagora kind of made me mad on Latin in America, so I just
stopped.
Supporting
Supporting
I just stopped.
I think a lot of times the film industry, they still don't represent diversity still too well. Like, I mean, with the Latin American community, like you said, there's not a lot of presence in the film or TV due to the fact that it's a lot of closed-mindedness in the film industry. It's all about the European, their faces, and because it's a certain image they want to keep, and then once they keep that, portray that, like that's just above every other people of color. So, you know, I think a lot of times too with the Latin American community, I just think that's when they need to come together now, like making things happen. Like,
right? No, absolutely.
y'all have the money to do it.
Right.
Without
Well, I don't per se.
Well, no,
But they
but
can
as
do
a
it.
whole,
Yeah.
just as a like a black community in general, just as a whole, like not waiting on the European to give you some representation on the screen or have some visibility. It's up to the community as a whole to find ways to tell your stories.
Yeah.
Having movies, TV shows, whatever it may be.
We have to support each other as well.
Yes.
We have to support each other.
Yes.
Look at Tyler Perry. He has a big African American fan base. Where's my Hispanic fan base? But I mean, you can be Chinese, Laos, Samoan. I don't care. I just want you to read my book. But you know, it'd be nice.
Your own,
my own.
Right.
I would love, you know, to be backed up. You know, that's you know,
where the
hopefully,
support comes
that's where the
in.
support
From your
comes
own.
in from my own.
And that even goes for the blacks. Like, they want validation from that film industry, but you can't look for that. They're not going to give it to you. For one, you black. They don't want to see, you know, positive image anyway. So it's up, like you said, support. You got to support your own and fight, like financially, bring your money together and find an outlet to create. Tell your own stories through the films, through TV, whatever you got to do. And then that's when they'll take notice.
No, I love it. I agree with you totally. And even though she is not Latin, she is African American. Can I get a shout out to my publicist? My publicist name is Marquita Nerfed. Okay, that's Nerfed. I cannot
Marquita.
Listen, Marquita.
Hey.
We're starting from grassroots. I would say. Well, I'm a little above grassroots, but we're still starting at grassroots. And she is like really holding it down for me right now. She's really got my back. She is really, really making sure well, first of all, she lives in a predominantly Mexican state, Dallas, right? I would say more Mexicans live there than anybody.
Yes, true.
And she had a friend, and she's seen the book, and she had an aha moment. I'll let her tell her story. She's like, I don't know what we're going to do with him, but we're going to do something with him. And so that's how our relationship bonded, and working with her is lovely, you know what I'm saying, where I'm on this show, and, you know, she's working things out for me, and things that I'm nervous, I can always call and talk to her or inquire about what I'm supposed to be doing. So she's at Instagram at MARBOENTER Prize. That's and I think it's called, hold on, let me go. Yeah, so her name is Marquita, and if you can DM me if you didn't get that, and then I'll just send you over to her link or whatever. But she's gonna be my Benny Medina. You know who Benny Medina is?
Yes, yes.
And I'm J-Lo.
Okay.
Without the ass yet. I'm gonna get it later when I make my first million.
And we also have a shout out that she's listening currently right now, and she just hit me up on Facebook. So our guest that's coming in 2 weeks, the owner of Vall's Sunshine Place. The owner's name is Brianna, aka my Niecy with love, not by blood. But she is listening to Jay right now, and she said, Jay Martinez is giving me so much life right now. I feel like he's my long lost Betsy.
Oh, I love it. Thank you.
So I'm going to hit her up and let her know.
And I'll be tuning into her, too. I'm so excited.
Yes, she's going to be on, what is this? Next week is the 16th.
That's Belvita, and then the next week after
I think
that.
the 20th, the 23rd is hers.
Yeah.
I think it's the 23rd. It's in 2 weeks on a Monday. She's going to be on our show.
You're right, 23rd.
23rd,
Yep.
January 23rd. She's going to be on our show live in person, and she's going to tell us about her new nonprofit organization, and she's going to also let us know a little bit about herself as well.
She has a business as well with Vall's Place.
This is her business.
All right.
Her nonprofit business,
That's
Vall's
cool.
Sunshine Place.
Support
Yes.
B.O.B.
Yes.
Hashtag
Support it.
support B.O.B.
Also, I'm as of yesterday a blogger. I always said I wasn't going to blog, so I'm blogging. I do not have the information right now. This is all new. But if you hit me up at author, what is this called at the bottom? Is that a slash? You know, I'm always
A slash.
Okay, author / JAIME. Oh Lord, JAIME.MARTINEZ. If you DM me or just ask me a question, I'll show you where my blog, where I'm going to be blogging. It's going to be called Monday Mouthful, and every week you get a mouthful. And this particular week, it's about straight female and their gay besties.
All right.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So you're gonna tell us about the giveaway, the books.
We have books
yes,
here.
yes,
so,
yes.
I don't know how you guys want to do that. Maybe you can do it on your next show, calling for a free book. I don't know. That's however you want to do it. Whatever. That's up to you. But they're here, and they can call in. Maybe. Remember something, you know how Wendy Williams does it. Remember
yes,
had them giveaways and stuff.
And you'll win my 2 books. And believe me, once you read these books, you'll never be the same.
Absolutely, no, you won't.
I gotta check out your books.
You won't be the same.
Cause see, I love to read.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yes.
And you know what? And that's a question I ask people, and I do not want them to get offended. But when I say, "Oh, do you like to read?" and I mean like books and stuff, because some people will flat out tell you they don't read. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But
every now and then, you should read something though.
You should. Well, maybe they're just saying
it don't have to be a book, but
book.
some kind of maybe a PDF file or something, or a link you might see online. There's many ways to get information.
The stop sign.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just read it.
Right.
Don't go through it.
True.
So if they're interested in purchasing the books, where can they go to?
So you can go to Amazon.com. I'm on Amazon Kindle for both books. So that's Amazon, and you can go there and download it on your Galaxy, on your iPhone, on your iPad, on your Kindle, and you can read that way. Or you can go to Amazon.com and get the paperback. Now we're having a special today. I'm having a special today, 2 for $20 or 1 for $15. I do not have my PayPal information here, but you can DM me on Instagram. That's author/Jaime Jaime.Martinez Martinez, and then I can tell you, or maybe you can even send me a money order, and we'll go from there. And I'll send you a autograph book to your house or your PO box or wherever.
Yes,
so I guess callers, y'all better callers, and even the audience, y'all better jump on.
If you can't wait for that, you can hit up. You just go, honey, go. What is it called on Amazon? You go to your little shopping cart.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Hit.
That's
buy
right.
books, and it's it's that easy, and they'll.
Oh yeah, and the searches just put the name of it.
And I think I'm on BarnesandNobles.com and a couple other ones too. And I've even been told I've been in some. I don't want to say mom and pops, but some, what's the word I'm looking for? Some smaller bookstores throughout the country.
Yeah.
People hit me up and said, "Hey, I got your book here." So I thought that was great. And I think someone just hit me up that I'm going to be in Jacksonville, at a bookstore in Jacksonville. They called me and said, "Do I mind?" And I'm like, "No. Put all the books you want. I need that. I need my, because it's a funny thing. Once a person wins a book, buys a book, gets a book for a gift, you still don't know how long it's going to take them to read it. So that's just the first step. And then it could be a year from then. You just don't know. I've had people say, "Hey, I bought this book. I wasn't sure about it, and I loved it." So I get a lot of good feedback. I get a lot of good feedback. It keeps them, intrigued. And I give it all. I'm talking about I'm a walking zombie with being these characters as I'm writing them, and it's a lot. It's a lot, but I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Hey, not your passion. You can't trade that.
No, ma'am.
So Brianna from Vol Sunshine Place, she just wanted to let us know that she's still listening. Yay!
Hi,
Brianna. What's going on?
And so I'm not sure when she had tuned in, if she heard the whole show, but she did ask a question. She wanted to know, do you face challenges being a gay author?
I'm sure I do. I'm almost positive that I do, being a gay author. I've had people just say you're an author, which I write about straight people too. My books are not just about gay people, as you know.
As I know.
But our presence is definitely in the books. I probably do. I think that it wasn't the. And I don't want to talk down against what's the festival that we did that I was there.
Decatur Book Festival.
Book Festival. I had this guy told me, he said it's very straight and it's very gay, but it's more towards the lesbian. He said, if you're a lesbian over here selling these books, they would have went with like hotcakes. So I did kind of feel that it was a very family oriented thing. So that wasn't for me, but they are so professional. I'm telling you, if you have a book, you want to sell a book, get out to the Decatur Book Festival.
That's very true.
As long as you're not gay and Mexican, then you'll be all right.
And I think that you had answered this question, but if you want to just touch on it briefly,
Okay.
She wanted to know, why did you become an author?
Oh, I became an author because there is some stories that need to be told. just real briefly, I remember being up at a nightclub, Loretta's, in like 93, 94, and going, God, I would just love to tell the stories of all these beautiful men in here and my cousins from back in the day, and break dancing, and you know, just things that I have visually seen over the years. You know what I'm saying? And just putting my art to, you know, paper and letting people experience what I have experienced, or my characters have experienced through my eyes, my art. Like, once again, I am not this Mexican author that's coming trying to save the world. I'm just trying to sell my vision of what I see as us in my books. You know what I'm saying? I just, you know, we're like I said, we're doctors, we're lawyers, we're psychiatrists, we're strippers, we're abusive, we're self-abusive. You know, it's a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah,
it's a lot of stuff.
Some things
you know?
we go through just as much as the straight person does.
Yeah,
absolutely.
There's no difference.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
So I wanted to, as I had promised before earlier, about Albany, Georgia, being devastated by the tornado, and it had affected so many people. I just want to give that information out again, and of course we're going to post it on our website, and we're going to, so you know, you can definitely donate however you can. So if you would like to be a volunteer, you can go to samaritans with a S purse.org. If you want to volunteer, if you want to, you must be 14 and older to volunteer. And so you can get more information on the website, what I just gave, or you can go to samaritans.purse.org. Like I said, if you want to donate, whether it's financial, help them out in any kind of way. There's other information that was left to me via Facebook that I'll make sure that we'll put on our website, which I want to, of course.
I
should know.
Give the plug.
Put
the
little things that we should know, we forget.
Right.
I
Yes.
like that all the time. I'm like,
Yes.
what's my Instagram?
So,
what's my Facebook?
You can find us on social media. You can go to Facebook. We have 2 Facebook pages and 1 Facebook group. So our Facebook group is Chit Chat Chew Radio Show. Our Facebook page, the first one, is Chit Chat Chew Show, LLC. And our second one, which is our LGBT affiliate of Chit Chat Chew, is called Lotus Monk. So definitely look us up. On our, we're on Instagram at Chit Chat Chew Show. We're on Snapchat, Chit Chat Chew. We're on YouTube under Jade Uno Royale Content, and Twitter and Periscope, which is interchangeable. It's at chit_chat_chew. I know that's a mouthful, but that's just how we like it.
Also, we
yes, ma'am.
We on Vimeo as well. We got a Vimeo. So just look us up. Put in the search engine, Chit Chat Chew Show.
I love it.
Are we on SoundCloud?
Oh yeah, we on SoundCloud too. Cause we're gonna post. Actually, we're gonna post more of our live sessions on there. We got our first one. We just got to get the other file so we can post it. But it's at Chit Chat Chew Show.
I love it. Do you mind if I say one more thing? Marquita
Sure,
just
go
sent me
ahead.
a text.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, Marquita, my fabulous publicist, honey, and you better not use her because she's only mine. No, I'm just kidding.
Y'all hear that?
She works for everybody. She's fabulous.
She is fabu.
Fabu.
Yes.
She said to DM for the special at her Instagram, MARBRO/Enterprise ENTERPRISE, and that is Marquita, and you can DM her for the special if you want the special 2 signed copies for $20.
Okay. And so if you didn't catch that, we're going to make sure that you catch it on our website. So make sure that so make sure that you guys send all of that to us.
I'm going to leave you with the books, so you guys can decide how you're going to give the giveaway.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
All right.
And so we also want to use that plug-in for anybody who is serious-minded. You cannot be playing games with us because we just don't do that.
We ain't got time.
But
for
if
all
you
that.
if you are interested in being on our show,
if you serious,
reply.
I have a serious face. If
only.
you damn serious.
She has that serious face.
Well, you don't have to be serious.
The
I'll just
fuck?
come back.
Yes,
I got
of
more to
course.
talk about, honey.
Yes, you're definitely going to do that.
It.
You're definitely going to come back for
But
that
I just had to
follow
say
up.
that one time
I want
because
to
you
be
know
like
people
the
want
View.
to
You know how they have the reoccurring.
Yes, they
I
have the
wanna be
reoccurring.
when
Yes.
you start doing your lineup of which guy you're gonna bring because you're gonna have to have some fabulous
Of
in here.
course,
I
of
want to be in the
course.
lineup.
That's right. That's right.
You definitely gonna be in the
Yes, you
lineup.
have to be in the lineup.
Of
Yes.
course. You gotta come back on the show.
Absolutely.
Give
I'm
us an
talking
update
about-
on what you're doing.
I feel like I just smoked a blunt. I'm so high.
You high.
My
That
eyes
natural
are
high is nothing like a natural high.
my God, I'm
No
gonna-
disrespect if you get high any other kind of way, but that
Wait,
natural
no,
high.
we
It
just
is
saying.
wonderful, honey. I'm gonna go make me a light cocktail, take off my bra, and relax when I because I feel good and I feel great. I sound like J-Lo, huh?
Yes. So if you are interested in being on our show, definitely hit us up at chitchatchew_show at yahoo.com. Our website, I know I should not be reading from the card.
I
but
got the website. I already
do the
know
website.
It. So
Do
the
the
website
website.
is chitchatchewshow.wix.com/chitchatchewshow. One more time. The website is chitchatchewshow.wix.com/chitchatchewshow.
And I want to tell. Can I say one more thing? I want to tell my partner James, I love you so much. Thank you for watching the kids. My son Joshua and Jeffrey, Daddy misses you, and I'll be home in a minute.
Yes. So we like to thank everybody that was listening this evening. Jay Martinez will surely be back, believe that. And so
Gotta come
yes.
back, gotta come
So we're going to wrap it up with a song. We're going to leave you with all the information soon. And so we're going to leave out with a song, and we definitely thank all those that called in with the questions. We definitely appreciate you guys. Make sure that you tune in next week for our artist. We're bringing her back in as a follow-up, Belvy Tut,
Female.
LGBT artist.
Yeah.
And you need to have a hot topic. What's I want me to tell you is bigger, better. You know what I'm talking about?
So we're going to leave you in
She's looking like.
So we're going to leave you in
gotta have a big
suspense of
one, too.
that.
You guys gotta have little toys or something. Is it bigger or smaller?
Ooh,
I
that's
love
a
a biggie.
That's another topic,
love
Bill.
it.
Yes, that's another topic with us
Yes.
with Jay Martinez.
I'm just playing. I'm just
I know
having
you
fun.
is. I know you is.
Let me tell you, Uno's dimples. You got to see him. She is beautiful, honey. A little young, not a tenderoni, a tender-oni, because you're more like a masculine, right? Tender-oni. We'll make sure tender-oni.
Whatever.
She's cute to death, honey.
And she's mine.
ATL, yeah, you had to. 'Cause Jade will
She's
touch you.
mine.
And Jade is
Cut
pretty.
you in a minute.
Jade's pretty. Let me tell you one thing about Jade. Her spirit was all up and through. And you know, sometimes people have a spirit, and it's like, oh, bitch, you are so phony. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I be like, bitch, you ain't all that nice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's sweet. It's just in her. She can't fake it.
Can't fake
She's
it.
a good person.
I
She has a
appreciate
good
it.
heart, and she's very loving.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's why I love her so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we're going to leave out with a song. We want you to be safe, guys, and we appreciate you as always. As I always say, peace, love, and hair grease.
Stay warm.
Holla at you.
Winter comes in love sometime. The snow falls down, covers the grass. But that doesn't mean you gotta leave town. 'Cause underneath the snow, the grass that grows. And the grass ain't green, the grass ain't green on the other side, baby. It's green, will you water it, girl? Grass ain't green, the grass ain't green on the other side. It's green, wherever you water it. The grass ain't sun just don't wanna die, gotta water the night. When the stars just don't wanna smile, what are the songs? When the birds just don't wanna sing, what are the hard times? So let's draw from the spring of the fountain.